What's up, guys? I'm gonna talk to y'all today about personal development. I know it's Saturday, so I'm not gonna to wait around and take your time, take too much time. I have a lot of stuff to get done too, being that school starts on Monday. What the heck? So today I'm talking about personal development. What, why, and how. Personal development is one of my favorite things, but I know that it's gotten a bad rep. I know a lot of top coaches said it took them a year to even start doing personal development. And I think, as a kid, I saw my dad read those, self-help books, and I saw my mom read the self-help books, but I didn't see them do anything. I didn't see it change who they were. And so I always thought they were a joke. I'm like, oh, you're reading this book to get better, because why? It's not doing anything. And then, coaching came around, and I started doing personal development, and that's what I started before I, jumped back into coaching, because I was a coach for 2 years, and then, came out and needed to deal with that. And then before I started coaching again, I spent 3 months just kind of working on myself and really developing. Sorry, I'm out of breath. But through the personal development, it changed my life. The past year, I went from being depressed and being sad and being in bed all day to living out my dreams, and not just in my business, but this business and the personal development side of it, and being pushed and surrounded by people who do personal development. I'm being pushed into going after dreams that I have. I used to want to sing, and then I was too scared, and I would never pursue it. I would kind of go, and then back off because I was too scared. And then, I did personal development. Last night, I freaking sang my heart out at an awesome restaurant with people I love. And that was something I always wanted, but I would never pursue it. But personal development helped me to know that, even when it's hard, even when it sucks, I got to push through. I got to try harder. So, what do you listen to for personal development, or what do you read? I'm a very slow reader. I don't like sitting there and reading because I have to read the same thing 3 times because I'm a little dyslexic. And so it's difficult. I like reading, but it's just, I don't grasp as much information from it. So I do Audible for those books that, everyone talks about reading. Audible is my favorite because I can re-listen to it. I can listen to it in the car. I can listen to it on our Bluetooth speaker. I can listen to it anywhere. And it's just something that I like to do. A book also to read or to listen to that I'll recommend is You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. It's an amazing book. Changed my life. I've probably listened to it 4 times. I should probably listen to it again. What's up, Mackenzie? And then, but for me, what I do for personal development the most is I start every day with usually a Les Brown YouTube video. Les Brown or Tony Robbins is usually who I listen to. And I just Google and search things that I need to hear, motivation or mindset shift or whatever. And I listen to them so much that I probably have Les Brown's main speech, because they just keep giving the same speech for a while and then they change it. I probably have the whole thing memorized because I just listen to it so much. We tell each other with invites, it takes someone 7 times to receive the message, or 7 times to read. Their videos are usually, it depends. You can find a 6-minute video, you can find an hour and 10-minute video. It just depends on what you're looking for. You can get clips or you can get the whole thing. What's up, Melanie? So it takes someone 7 times to see your post, or to read your post, or to grasp what you're saying in your post. It takes us that many times to hear that in your personal development. You watch a movie once and you think it's amazing, but then you watch it again and you're like, oh my gosh, I missed all of this. It's the same thing with personal development. It's so important to keep listening, because then you have the stuff embedded in your mind. And so that's what I do. I listen to a lot of YouTube videos, and there's other speakers who a lot of people like, and you find someone who speaks to you. And so, Les Brown, that's just someone who I really love. I love the way he speaks. I love the way he delivers his message. I love his story and the way he shares it. And that's something I want to do. I want to be a motivational speaker, and his story is inspiring. So find someone, and if you go watch one motivational video on YouTube, they're going to keep playing a bunch, and that's how I found him. And then eventually you're going to hear someone you really love, and just listen to them. Find their other videos. So why? Because it grows our mind. It's like I said, before I did personal development, I always wanted to sing, or I always wanted to do these things. I wanted to be in the church and speak in the church, but I was too scared. I was just paralyzed in fear. But personal development helped me to do that. I mean, the personal development, not just from what I'm listening to and reading, but groups like this and listening to the trainings here. This is personal development. You're learning. You're developing your skills. You're developing yourself. I did a training that Christy put on with one other coach, Aspire High or something. I don't remember what it's called. But that helped me to go and push past and take courage and go into church and do what I wanted to do and be present in the church. And tomorrow's, I'm singing on stage with the worship band. I mean, if it weren't for personal development, I wouldn't have been living the life I'm living. And so that's why you do it, because you have dreams, you have passions, you have a voice, you have so many talents inside of you. But if you're not doing personal development, you're not growing so that you can pursue those things. Les Brown says, if you're not growing, you're dying. And so part of life is we're supposed to grow, and that's why you do personal development. It helps you with your mindset, it helps you with your business, it helps you with your life, helps you see the things in you that you don't like very much and be honest with yourself. And so that's why personal development. And how? How do I do personal development? And I hear a lot of moms say, I have kids and I can't ever do it and this and that. And I'm just going to be honest, that's bullshit. Amaya listens to personal development with me. Amaya has Les Brown quotes memorized. We put it on the Bluetooth while we're working out. She loves it because she doesn't have an option. I'm going to play it. It's going to be loud. Amaya loves it way more than Maddie. And Maddie's a freaking adult. But it's because I'm the mom. It's my time. I need it. And hell, she needs it. She's 5. It's way better than the crap that's on TV. She's listened to You Are a Badass several times because I played it in the car or whatever. She's not in control. She's 5. I'm in control of what she listens to. And it's good for kids. Or you have headphones. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but don't use the I have kids and I can't. Make your kids listen to it. Tell them this is what it is. I'm the mom. This is how it is. Or I'm the dad, whoever you are. Because it's good for them too. Amaya's gonna go to school on Monday, and I have all the confidence in the world in her confidence because she's listened to way more positive stuff than most kids combined. Because it's not hurting her to listen to it. It's actually helping her. And she's going to help someone just by the knowledge she has. And so that's how you listen to it in the car. You listen to it, while you're in the shower. Have a Bluetooth speaker and listen to it. I know Micah Folsom listens to her personal development while she's showering. I do the same thing. I'll play YouTube videos freaking all throughout the house, doing dishes, cleaning the house, on my headphones, whatever. But I always listen to one while I'm working out. There were a few, and I can post them, some of my favorites that I started with and I listened to for 90 days. And it was a combination of Les Brown, Tony Robbins, I think Steve Harvey, Jim Carrey. They were all in this one video. Eric Thomas. And these are names that you really, I don't know how much I heard about them in Beachbody. I just came across it and loved it. But it was a 6-minute video, and I would replay it and replay it and replay it. And then I found from that a 30-minute video, and I would, our workouts are about 30 to 45 minutes. There was one that was a 50-minute video, and I listened to it, during my workout, and then when it was over, I'd hit, stop watching it, and the next day, I'd just hit play, and it started where I stopped. And so that's what got me into this. I was constantly feeding my mind as I was feeding my body and, growing my muscles by working out. I was growing my mindset at the same time. So that's how I do it. But you got to find something that works for you if it speaks to you, but you have to, do the work to go and find what it is that you need. What's it called? The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. I was thinking roller coaster. That's an amazing book. There's all these business ones that people have talked about, and they're really good for helping us to see how the business works. There's the MLM podcast. There's Lewis Howes. There's just all these different podcasts and stuff that you can listen to. But you really got to find what works for you. I know Amy Silverman does personal development differently. I know I do it differently, but I do what works for me. And I know if I take a week off from doing it, I start to change. I change the way I speak. I change the way I think. I change the way I act and feel. Personal development, when you start doing it, it's the same as working out. The more you do it, your body gets used to it. Those hormones and those happy endorphins, whatever, they start getting elevated, and you feel better, right? When you work out, and then you eat better, and then you start feeling better, and so you get on this consistent path, and then you stop, right? And you kind of start feeling sluggish and crappy. The same thing happens when you listen to personal development that really is feeding your individual mindset. And so you just got to find something that works for you and just listen to it consistently. And just notice that, like, it's going to change your life. It's going to change the way you look at your world around you, and it's going to change the way you wake up. And they say the first thing you listen to in the first 20 minutes of waking up has the most impact on your whole day. So if you listen to the news and it's negative, then you're probably going to have a pretty negative day. If you wake up and you and your spouse or whatever significant other or your kids or whoever are fighting, you're gonna probably have a pretty crappy day. Like, you're not gonna feel good. It's gonna like suck. And yeah, you can start it over and you can press play again or whatever. But if you wake up, instead of getting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, turning on the news, and you have this one freaking motivational video or whatever, and you hit play, and that's the first thing you listen to for 20 minutes. The reason I love Les Brown is because he uses scriptural references without saying the Bible. He says, my favorite book, and he's very just right there, just positive, and let me wake up, and he has this voice that's like honey. But that's what I start my day with. I wake up and I press play. Mari's like, oh, seriously? And yes, seriously, I want to have a good day. So call to action is find a speaker or find a book that you love and start reading it or start listening to it. Like, you know, I can't tell you what to do. There's really no call to action except start doing it daily. If you haven't found something, like, find something that's going to make you feel better, make you feel more confident, and make you feel, you know, just like you can be you. We hear all these business books and they're great, but like, if we're not working on all the crap that we have in our life, we can't do anything. Like, how are you going to help someone when you're not working on yourself and trying to get your walls and your mess out of the way? You can't. So find someone, find a speaker. I'll post the Les Brown video down here that I started with, a couple of them, and just listen to them. Like, if you're listening to me, like, dude, they're so much better. And so anyways, and it's Saturday. I don't know how much time I'm taking. Hope I made sense. Love y'all. Hope you have a great weekend. And for those of y'all who have kids starting school on Monday, or you already have, because y'all are in a different part of the country, we start Monday. You know, I hope you have a great week. Love y'all.